Hey Star Wars fans, welcome back to Rocky Watches Movies. Today we're diving deep into a galaxy far, far away to revisit the space opera The Phantom Menace from 1997. From behind-the-scenes secrets to new phenomenon, we're uncovering hidden details about the film, which was a controversial entry into the Star Wars universe when it came out. So grab your lightsabers, settle in, and get ready for some amazing trivia about this epic space adventure in 17 Things You Never Knew About the Phantom Menace. While Darth Maul's menacing presence and acrobatic lightsaber skills were brought to life by stunt performer Ray Park, his voice wasn't quite as intimidating. Park's originally recorded lines were deemed a little too high-pitched by director George Lucas, so the film featured the voice talents of British actor Peter Serafinowicz. You may know him from being Sean's roommate in Shaun of the Dead. Lightsaber battles are a hallmark of Star Wars, but filming them in The Phantom Menace proved to be a test of durability. The intense lightsaber duels between Jedi and Sith went through a staggering 300 aluminium blades. Stunt coordinator Nick Gillard played a key role in developing new lightsabers that could withstand the physical demands of the fight choreography. One of the biggest influences on the making of The Phantom Menace was the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. Not only did a significant number of the television series' crew and production team later work on The Phantom Menace, some of the techniques they perfected while filming the series were then used on Episode 1. Producer Rick McCallum himself dubbed the show a testing bed to learn a new way of making films. While Episode 1 embraced cutting-edge CGI for many visuals, the beloved droid C-3PO was brought to life through a surprisingly traditional method, a life-sized puppet. To achieve this, a skilled puppeteer donned a special full bodysuit that could be digitally removed in post-production, essentially becoming invisible against specific scene backgrounds. Actor Anthony Daniels then delivered C-3PO's lines off-camera, breathing life into the character. Exhausted after completing Return of the Jedi, Star Wars creator George Lucas took a lengthy break from the galaxy far, far away. However, resurgent fan passion fueled by tie-in media rekindled his interest. Despite the renewed enthusiasm, Lucas initially hesitated to direct the prequels himself, considering heavyweights like Ron Howard, Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis. Interestingly, Howard would later return to the franchise at the helm of Solo: A Star Wars Story. But for the prequels, these A-list directors ultimately felt the burden of such a beloved universe was too much to bear. Queen Amidala's entourage wasn't just for show, it included a future Hollywood star. Keira Knightley, then a fresh face in her third film, played Sabe, the Queen's decoy handmaiden, for a significant portion of The Phantom Menace. Interestingly, her name was even misspelled with IE instead of EI in the credits. The set of The Phantom Menace also saw another future directorial talent, aspiring filmmaker Sofia Coppola, who was then preparing her debut movie The Virgin Suicides. She landed a small role as one of Amidala's handmaidens, soaking up the production experience under the watchful eye of George Lucas. The roar of the crowd during the pod race in The Phantom Menace might sound a little familiar to San Francisco 49ers fans. Sound designer Ben Burt wasn't afraid to get creative. He actually incorporated recordings of cheers and jeers from a live 49ers game to add a layer of authenticity and excitement to the high-stakes race. The Phantom Menace became a visual effects game-changer. Never before had CGI and digital manipulation been used so extensively. This allowed George Lucas to finally achieve the epic scale he envisioned for the prequel trilogy, something the limitations of technology hindered in the original films. In fact, nearly every shot in The Phantom Menace bears the mark of digital effects. Adding sound effects during filming isn't just for the sound department anymore. Apparently Ewan McGregor couldn't resist whooshing out lightsaber noises while wielding his prop during Obi-Wan Kenobi's duels. It seems even acclaimed actors can't help but get away with the magic of Star Wars. The wait for a new Star Wars movie had stretched over a decade, and anticipation was at fever pitch. When the trailer for The Phantom Menace finally dropped, it became a phenomenon in itself. The first trailer was shown at US and Canadian theatres before Meet Joe Black, The Waterboy, and The Siege. Star Wars fans queued around the block to get in, watch the trailer and then leave. Trailers were also repeated afterwards, so some fans are reported to have ducked out before the feature presentation, only to return at the end for a second glimpse of the preview. Despite a critical drubbing for its story and certain characters, The Phantom Menace was a box office juggernaut. Fans flocked to theatres, breaking opening day records with a $28 million haul. The film ultimately grossed nearly $1 billion worldwide, the second highest grossing film of the year behind Titanic. The movie's technical achievements were recognised with 3 Academy Award nominations for Best Sound, Sound Effects Editing and Visual Effects, but they all lost to The Matrix. The film was also noticed by the Razzie Awards, where it garnered 7 nominations, with Ahmed Best winning Worst Supporting Actor for his role as Jar Jar Binks. Unfortunately, the harsh criticism Best received from some fans for his performance took a heavy toll. He even considered suicide due to the abuse. Thankfully, he later found a welcoming return to the Star Wars universe, playing Jedi Master Kelleran Beck in the 3rd season of The Mandalorian. Believe it or not, Michael Jackson was interested in playing Jar Jar Binks. He even approached George Lucas about the role. However, Jackson envisioned portraying the character through prosthetics and makeup similar to his iconic Thriller transformation. Lucas, on the other hand, had chosen to create Jar Jar entirely with CGI animation. The difference in creative vision ultimately led Lucas to cast Ahmed Best for the role instead. Fueled by a larger budget, George Lucas envisioned a richer and more detailed aesthetic for Episode 1. While some costumes were brought to life through CGI, costume designer Tricia Biggar collaborated extensively with the creative team to produce a vast physical wardrobe. This resulting in a staggering number of costumes, over 5,250 in total. 250 of these were designed for the main cast, while the remaining 5,000 outfitted the background actors and extras, helping to create a visually immersive world. While promoting another film on the British talk show TFI Friday, Samuel L. Jackson casually mentioned his desire to join the Star Wars universe. This offhand remark caught the ear of Robin Gurland, casting director for The Phantom Menace, who was watching the show. Impressed by Jackson's enthusiasm, Gurland extended an offer for the role of Mace Windu, and the rest, as they say, is history. Watto's unique appearance with a single tusk wasn't purely aesthetic. The designers originally gave him 2 large tusks, but these would have obstructed his mouth during dialogue scenes, particularly when forming sounds like M or B. To ensure clear pronunciation, 1 tusk was removed, giving Watto his signature lopsided smile. The Phantom Menace ignited debate with its introduction of midichlorians, microscopic organisms said to be linked to force sensitivity. George Lucas has shed light on his vision for the sequels, which would have delved even deeper into the microscopic realm. Capitalizing on the Star Wars frenzy, Weird Al Yankovic crafted a hilarious parody song titled The Saga Begins. Sung from Obi-Wan Kenobi's perspective, the song mirrored the melody of Don McLean's classic American Pie. Interestingly, Yankovic wrote the song based solely on internet spoilers, as Lucasfilm denied his request for an advanced screening. Committed to accuracy, he attended a charity screening afterwards and discovered the spoilers were so detailed he only needed minor tweaks. The song proved to be a hit, even garnering appreciation from both Don McLean and George Lucas. And there you have it, folks. You now know a little bit more about The Phantom Menace. If you enjoyed the video, which I presume you did as you got this far, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos coming to Rocky Watches Movies. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.